to the amazing Daryl Cloran, who will be directing our upcoming production of As You Like It, the Beatles As You Like It. Can you tell us what made you put As You Like It together with the Beatles?
I spent some time thinking about the Beatles and thinking about Shakespeare, and As You Like It was such a great fit. Story-wise, to connect with the Beatles songs. One, because As You Like It is certainly the most lyrical of Shakespeare's plays. It already had room for songs inside of it, but the plot and the story of the lovers was so easy to connect to the Beatles music that a lot of it made it feel like the Beatles music was written right for that play,
and really not only match the text well, but illuminate it well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's one of the things I'm most excited about with this adaptation is that it feels like each song really lifts the story and moves the characters forward.
Well, we're thrilled to produce As You at CST.
It's the perfect story to come back to be able to celebrate together, to be able to sing All You Need Is Love together. You know, if at the end of this we send the audience out with a song in their heart and a belief in our shared humanity, then we've done our job. And like more than ever, that's exactly what this piece will be when we finally get to come back together again.
I am thrilled to be coming back to Chicago Shakespeare Theater. It's a place where I consider to be one of my artistic homes.
I love the idea that the I Shakespeare series is bringing to light this idea that everyone is the protagonist of their own story.
Hi, my name is Tyrone Phillips, and I am the director for I Cinna by Tim Crouch.
I'm Marty Lyons. I'm so excited to be directing I Banquo, which takes place in the Macbeth universe. One of my first experiences with Chicago Shakespeare Theater was there was a touring production of Romeo and Juliet that visited my high school. Fast forward to years later, and I directed my first show for Chicago Shakespeare Theater, which was Short Shakes Romeo and Juliet, which toured high schools.
Most recently, I was on stage in A Midsummer Night's Dream as Lysander. I also was backstage as associate director for Hamlet with Barbara Gaines, and also the dramaturg for Romeo and Juliet. So I Cinna is so exciting to me because it's about a poet. As a poet myself, I mean, that's the thing that also I love about Shakespeare. Poetry, it was my way in, even as a kid. I remember being, oh, it's poetry? So I love it then. I'll give it a chance at least. Cinna is a character that you meet very briefly in Julius Caesar. It's just so great because for me as an artist, I connect with him. I share his love for poetry. I share his love for dreams, right? Trying to figure out what our lives mean. And I love this script because it asks what the function of an artist is amidst tragedy. We're all feeling that right now when we're home. When you think about what do you do, but specifically as an artist, when the world outside your door is changing.
I love the idea of entering such a well-known story at an angle. Banquo is a tragic figure and certainly is one of the victims to Macbeth's rise to power and machinations. But Banquo is also incredibly heroic. I identify with Banquo in that I care very deeply about the means and not just the ends. Often that person or character does not necessarily make the marquee. I think it's revolutionary in our culture to think that the attendant lord is worthy of a narrative.
I can't wait. Everything about this piece is truly what I love as an artist and as a leader. And so I'm ready to get in the room and kind of unfold because the magic is going to be when the audience is there.
For I Banquo and the I Shakespeare series, it's very fitting for this moment in time. And that is really thrilling to me.
I'm really excited to return to Chicago Shakespeare to make theater that actually elicits change.
I was thinking the other day, Henry, of when we met. I remember this very well. I was directing, it was 1989, right?
1989, yeah.
1989, audition, don't know where, but I was looking for Iachimo for The Tale of Cymbeline. And Who would know that such a dear friendship would flow from that one audition, that one play, 31 years later, right?
Well, it was one of the great turning points in my life, Barb. I kid you not. Because of the friendship, because of our relationship that started there, and because of all the great work we did together.
Yeah. The next time we get to play together is hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yes,
and we get to work with 10 actors, the same 10 actors that will be in Measure for Measure, your Measure for Measure, and the 12th night that I'll be directing. And I think that's thrilling.
I love it. I love it. It is thrilling. It's kind of the way we started, Barb.
It is.
This core company of actors that it felt like a rep company. I always felt like I was part of a rep company, which
Right.
for me as an actor is a dream.
What is it, do you think, that keeps you coming back to Shakespeare?
The truth is that there is just no other writer in any language that captures the essence of what it is to be human the way that Shakespeare does. Going back into the theater, and especially working on Shakespeare, and then especially working with you and all these great actors, it feels like a balm, a balm for my soul.
We have the opportunity as artists to take a kind of chaos and to join it and make it into art. And reaching out our hands and our hearts to other people to say you're not alone.
Yeah.
We understand how you feel.
Absolutely. It's a great privilege and honor,
Joe and I have both been huge fans of this movie for a really long time. It's about aliens, naturally, but what it's actually about is the very human tendency to be scared of what we don't understand.
Because what we don't understand, we want to destroy.
Mr. Bradbury was making this wonderful point about the need for not just civility, but for kindness. That's such a fun idea to put in the middle of a story about aliens.
This show has the potential to just be a sort of silly surface level parody musical.
Evening, Miss Fields.
And instead, what the creators have done is really delve deeper than that.
My name is Laura Braza, and I am the director of It Came From Outer Space. I am excited for the audiences to meet our aliens.
It takes place in the 50s, so I definitely wanted to tip my hat to mid-century golden age musical theater. Sometimes I describe the score as the pajama game with aliens. Whatever that means.
There are some songs that are very directly inspired by lines from the movie.
The sun will get you, the cold at night, 1,000 ways the desert can kill.
I'm really excited too about the mysterious environments that Scott Davis is working on creating.
Welcome to my studio. I'm Scott Davis. I think that one of the things I've been most jonesed about working on this project has been really immersing myself in the world of classic 1950s monster movie posters.
Over the next few months, we're going to give you a sneak peek at our creative process. Joe and I are going to document the process of writing a brand new song for the show. We're going to share some of our favorite moments from the show.
We are so excited to share It Came From Outer Space with all of you, coming soon to Chicago Shakespeare Theater.
Some things are too good for words.
You're swirling and mingling, your senses are tingling, in complete euphoric bliss. You're desperate to savor each decadent flavor, in buttercup or truffle or kiss.
Don't you think it's amazing how you never quite know with a thing that starts out so sweet and small?
True. The tiniest flavor, well, it sometimes can grow.
As you feel all your defenses fall, I mean,
that is
some things.
Come on, Tink. Second star to the right and then straight on until morning.
No one cares where you roam, but the
Throughout our history, our work with teachers and students has been at the heart of our work. And as the world went remote in its teaching and learning, so did we. We went online with Team Shakespeare Digital, an online platform of ready-to-use, printable activities for teachers and students to do together remotely. And that's being accessed by teachers really across the country now. Bardcore is our professional development program, now in its 17th year, in fact, for teachers of English in the Chicago Public High Schools. We moved from our beautiful classroom into Zoom rooms across the entire city. So the Zoom room replaced our classroom. And we witnessed teachers coming together in a platform that had been only a place, I think, of great concern for them. And we watched them as they came together and re-experienced the possibilities of what teaching remotely could look like. This year, our Chicago Shakespeare Slam, which brings together teams from high schools across our region to perform and create Shakespeare in their own voices, will move completely onto an online platform. Each team will be creating a scene of Hamlet, which we will put together into one video of their Hamlet with all of their voices, their interpretations, pieced together to create a story of Hamlet for our time now. These past 6 months have been the perfect proof of the old adage of necessity being the mother of invention. What we have done came out of necessity, but what we have learned and what the possibilities are that have evolved out of that is so much greater. I so look forward to a time when it isn't just my voice in this lobby, but it is filled with the energy of 500 students coming to see a play. But until that time, we will continue to serve, to reach out, to build community remotely, and to make the work of Chicago's Shakespeare as vital as it always has been to the work in teachers' classrooms across our city and now across our country.